What if you could snap a lifetime of bad habits in just 7 days? Imagine cutting the rope that's been dragging your energy under like an anchor. Sounds bold, right? But what if the science backs it up? Ready? You wake up, reach for your phone, and the scroll steals your morning. Tiny loops, huge costs. Habits are invisible gears turning your life's wheel. But what if we switch the gear direction today? Atomic Habits by James Clear shows a blueprint. Small changes, huge ripples. We'll flip the 4 laws to kill bad habits fast, make them invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. But how do we do it in a week? This isn't willpower theater. It's environment, friction, identity, and tiny wins stacking like bricks. We'll build a dark, simple system you can run today. Want a 7-day demolition plan that actually sticks? First, a truth. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your systems. If your kitchen is a candy store, guess what wins? But what if we redesign the stage so the script changes? Your bad habit isn't evil. It's a loop. Cue, craving, response, reward. Break the loop, break the habit. But which link snaps easiest without breaking you? Here's the 7-day map. Day 1, awareness. Day 2, invisibility. Day 3, make it unattractive. Day 4, add friction. Day 5, replace response. Day 6, remove rewards. Day 7, lock it in. Curious how this feels? We'll move fast but lightly. Each day, one focused strike. Like tapping the exact domino that knocks down a wall. Ready to push the first domino? Before we swing, define the enemy. Not all habits are equal. Which one drains you like a leak in a tank? Scrolling, late snacking, vaping, gossip, or gaming? Pick one target now, then we'll aim. Deal? We start with identity. Are you someone who controls your time or someone who gets pulled by it? Identity is the anchor or the engine. Which role will you choose this week? Say it short, powerful, and private. I'm the kind of person who doesn't X. Keep it under 10 words, easy to repeat. But how do we make it true fast? We make it true with evidence. Tiny wins stacked like coins. Each win buys belief. Day 1 is about finding the cues that keep stealing coins. Ready for the audit? Day 1, awareness audit. Carry a small card or note app. Track the loop, cue, time, place, emotion. No judgment, just data. What patterns repeat like a haunted clock? Look for anchors, location, time, emotional triggers, people, preceding action. Habits stick to anchors like barnacles on a boat. Which anchors keep dragging you? Example, snack at 10 p.m. Cue, couch and Netflix glow. Craving, comfort. Response, chips. Reward, salt crunch and dopamine pop. See the chain? Where's the weakest link to break? Document the reward truth. Does it actually calm you or just distract you? Rate before and after mood from 1 to 10. Most bad habits overpromise like a crooked salesman. What did yours sell you tonight? Track friction too. How many steps did it take to do the habit? Easy habits win, but what if we make them feel like climbing stairs with weights? Tonight, set a trap for tomorrow's cues. Photograph them. The couch, the desk, the pantry. Seeing the triggers exposes their power. Which photo feels like the real culprit? End day 1 with a mirror check. You're not broken. Your system is. Mirrors don't lie, but they can inspire. What one cue will you remove first thing tomorrow? Day 2. Make it invisible. We attack cues, out of sight, weaker pull, like covering a magnet with thick cloth. Which magnets will you hide or move today? Do a 5-minute sweep. Delete toxic apps, log out, move snacks, hide chargers, box gaming gear. Remove the first inch of temptation. What disappears from your reach right now? Design the doorway. Place a book where your phone sits. Keep water by the kettle, not sugar. Put walking shoes by the door. Doorways are decision gates. What will your gate allow today? Use app friction, grayscale screen, move apps to page 2, disable notifications, remove quick access. Make dopamine hide behind a maze. Will you still chase it? Pantry detox. Clear eye-level junk. Place fruit bowl front and center. Put treats in opaque bins on top shelves. Convenience writes the script. What does your shelf now tell you to do? Desk purge. Remove candy dish, clear clutter, keep only tools. A clean stage invites a clean act. What prop will you remove to change your scene? Bedroom rules. Charger outside, blackout curtains, cool air, old school alarm. You're shaping the night like clay. Will your morning feel different with this mold? Bathroom cue swap. Mouthwash by floss, floss by brush, brush by mirror note. The chain of objects becomes a chain of actions. Which link do you place first tonight? Car rules. No snacks in glove box. Audiobook queued. Phone in trunk mode. Your wheels should steer your focus. What ride will your brain take now? Mini identity reminder. Lock screen says, I don't X. Simple, sharp, yours. One glance, one decision. Will you obey your own command? Day 2 ends with a walkthrough. Stand in each room and ask, what habit does this space invite? If the answer is the bad one, change the invite. What invitation did you revoke? Day 3. Make it unattractive. We reframe the story your brain tells. Cravings are marketing. Let's show the hidden cost like a receipt printing from your future. Want to see the bill? Write the cost ledger. Time lost, energy drained, money spent, trust taxed, sleep robbed. Put numbers on it. Dark ink beats vague guilt. What total shocked you most? Contrast craving with consequence. A 5-minute buzz, a 5-hour fog, pretty packaging, empty soul. When the mask slips, does the monster still look cute? Run the future self movie. See yourself 90 days from now. Same habit, heavier anchor. Feel the chain tighten. Is the short reward worth that wait? Now flip it. Picture 7 days clean. Lighter breath, clearer eyes, calmer mornings. The craving starts losing its glow. Which picture pulls you harder? Use disgust triggers. Sticky note on snack reads fog tax. Vape labeled breath thief. App folder named time drain. Primitive brain hates thieves. What label will make you recoil? Tell a truer story. I'm not depriving myself. I'm removing a parasite. Parasites look small, but they siphon life. Does that change the urge's flavor today? Use social proof. Follow creators living your new identity. Unfollow triggers. Your crowd shapes your cravings like wind shapes sand. Which winds will you let in now? Rewrite the internal script. When I feel bored, I breathe or walk, not scroll. Short, sharp, specific. But what if the urge still hits hard? Day 4. Make it difficult. We add friction so the habit feels like swimming upstream. Lazy brain hates effort. Can we make the wrong path uphill with rocks? Introduce time locks. App blockers during trigger hours. Router off at 10 p.m. TV plug behind a cabinet. Add seconds and steps. How heavy can you make the first move? Create password pain. Random long passwords in a manager. No autofill for toxic sites. If you can't remember it, you probably shouldn't visit. Will your future self thank you? Use physical barriers. Snacks in garage, TV remote in a safe, vape in a locked box with a timer. Brick the easy road. What barrier will you build today? Commit on camera. Place your workout clothes out, journal open, water bottle filled. Friction down for good choices, friction up for bad ones. Which friction did you flip? Break the context chain. Don't sit on the couch where you snack. Sit at a table with tea. Chairs can decide destinies. Where will you choose to sit tonight? Replace quick reach with slow reach. Put a slow cooker on Sundays. Prep cut veggies for instant grabs. The fastest option wins. What fast, healthy bait will you lay out? Set consequence contracts. If I break the block, I donate $20 to an anti-cause. Pain teaches. Will the wallet guard your will? Day 5. Replace the response. A vacuum pulls old habits back. We fill the slot with a 2-minute alternative that gives a better reward. What tiny swap fits your life? Use the 2-minute rule. Start so small it feels silly. 1 push-up, 1 sentence, 1 breath, 1-minute walk. You're building a ramp, not a cliff. What's your 2-minute move? Build a habit stack. After I brew coffee, I stretch. After I shut laptop, I walk. After dinner, I tidy. Hitch the new to the old. Which anchor will you chain to? Use urge surfing. When a wave rises, ride it with breath for 90 seconds. Most urges peak and fade like a tide. Can you count to 90 instead of caving? Swap sensation, not just idea. If you crave crunch, choose carrots. If you crave hit, try cold water splash. Body first changes stick. What sensation will you satisfy differently? Design micro rewards. Sticker on calendar, checkmark streak, tea ritual, quick playlist. Small sparks keep the fire alive. What spark will celebrate your replacement? Create a friction buddy. Text someone when the urge hits. Say 90 seconds, I'm surfing. Socialize, reduce secret slips. Who will read your wave report? Build a boredom plan. List 5 quick actions. Walk, clean 1 surface, write 3 thoughts, drink water, stretch. Boredom is a dark alley habits love. What light will you carry? Add a timer ritual. When craving hits, set a 3-minute sand timer and breathe. Watching grains fall slows the mind. Will you wait for calm before you move? Day 6. Make it unsatisfying. Habits die when rewards die. We cut the dopamine supply and add clean satisfaction elsewhere. How do we starve the beast kindly? Add anti-rewards. Delay the scroll and do 1 chore first. If you indulge, you owe 10 push-ups. If you snack late, you clean the kitchen. Will you still want it after the tax? Use public scoreboard. Share a 7-day streak with a friend or app. Humans crave status. Make staying clean the higher status. Who's your witness? Set visual shame cues. Empty wrappers kept in a jar. Time wasted tracking sheet. Netflix hours logged. Make invisible waste visible. Which jar would shock you full? Change flavor of reward. Swap late-night sugar for warm tea. Swap doom scroll for music while tidying. Soothe the same need with cleaner fuel. What richer flavor can replace the cheap hit? Put money on the line. Stakes with a friend. Small daily deposit lost if you break. Wallet pain rewires faster than wishful thinking. How much would make you pause? Nightly reflection. 3 lines. What triggered me? How I responded? What I'll do next time. Reflection cements learning like wet cement hardening. What pattern do you see now? Day 7. Lock it in. We weld the new identity to specific routines and guardrails. 1 week isn't a lifetime, but it is a launch. Ready to seal the gains? Build a weekly ritual. Sunday reset. Prep environment. Schedule focus blocks. Recommit stakes. Revisit identity. Rituals are anchors that pull you back on course. Which ritual will be yours? Install kill switches. Router off at bedtime. Power strip timer. Pre-signed donation pledge. Phone in a lockbox during deep work. One switch, many saved decisions. Which switch saves you most? Write a relapse plan. If I slip, I reset within 1 day. Never miss twice. The second miss is the avalanche. What's your immediate reset move? Build identity proof. Take a photo of each win. Empty plate at 9 p.m. Phone in drawer. Steps walked. A gallery of proof beats memory. What proof will you capture tonight? Define your default. Bored equals book. Stressed equals walk. Lonely equals call. Restless equals push-ups. Defaults beat decisions. Which default will carry you past the next urge? Now, let's rewind and go deeper into the core mechanics. Understanding the loop gives you tools forever. Want to master the gears, not just the week? Cue control is king. Your brain predicts before it perceives. Remove or rewrite the cue and the craving shrinks. Which prediction will you edit next? Cravings are learned associations. Break the story, break the urge. Pair triggers with new meanings. Couch equals stretch, door equals walk. Will your brain accept the new legend? Response swaps require speed. When the urge pops, move your body within 5 seconds. Motion breaks thought loops like smashing glass. What move will you trigger fast? Rewards need upgrade, not removal. If you chase comfort, choose cleaner comfort. If you chase stimulation, choose productive stimulation. Keep the category, change the source. What upgrade fits? Environment beats willpower. Design wins quietly every day. Your future is built like furniture. Measure, cut, assemble. What room will you rebuild next? Identity fuels consistency. Each tiny proof strengthens the narrative. You're the architect and the evidence. Which proof will you stack before bed? Let's tackle common traps. What about stress eating, doom scroll spirals, and late-night loops? Same engine, different paint. Which trap hits you most? Stress eating. Pre-portioned snacks. Eat at a table only. Drink water first. 3 breaths before first bite. Toothbrushing after dinner. Make the path narrow. Which rule will you use tonight? Doom scroll spiral. Time lock apps, grayscale screen, standing only phone use, timer in hand, read 1 page before unlocking. Can you make scrolling feel awkward on purpose? Late night loops, power down ritual, lights dim, tea journal, stretch, phone docked outside. Night is a slippery ramp. How will you put grip tape on it? Gaming overload. Play on weekends only. Remove weekday controllers. Friend accountability. Timer on desk. Standing only sessions. Make fun planned, not leaked. Which fence will you build? Vaping urge. Lockbox timer. Breathe pattern 478. Spicy gum. Walk loop. Text buddy. Replace the throat hit with breath heat. Which tool will you carry today? Gossip habit. When someone starts, ask about goals, not people. Compliment the absent. Your words set a mirror for your identity. What mirror will you hold up? Overspending. 24-hour rule for non-essentials. Delete saved cards. Freeze 1 card in ice. Carry cash. Make money friction your shield. Which shield fits your pocket? Now dial focus. Bad habits feed on scattered attention. We'll build a focus fortress with simple bricks. Want a place your best self can concentrate? Start with a single daily deep block, 45 to 90 minutes. Phone outside, door closed, timer on desk, water nearby. Guard it like treasure. Which hour will you defend? Use the rule of 3. 3 priorities, 3 blocks in the week, 3 check marks. The brain loves 3s like a rhythm. What 3 will you choose? Create an entry ritual. 1 deep breath, 1 sip, 1 sentence. Rituals slide you into momentum like oil on gears. What's your entry move? Exit ritual. Save file, write next step, close laptop, leave the room. Clean exits prevent messy re-entry. How will you shut the door on distraction? Let's talk tracking. Quiet accountability. What you measure, you can manage. If streaks motivate you, we'll make them visual. Want a scoreboard that actually moves you? Use a one-line tracker. Date, target habit blocked, replacement done, mood score. Keep it simple so you'll keep it going. What template will you use tonight? Create streak chains on a wall calendar. Each X is a link in your new identity chain. Long chains feel sacred. How long can yours grow before it hurts to break? Add weekly review. 3 wins, 1 lesson, 1 tweak. Small corrections keep the plane on course. What tweak will you test next week? Throw in a reward vault. Only watch favorite show on Thursdays after workout. Only buy fancy coffee Friday if streak intact. Train your brain with earned treats. What goes in your vault? Let's pressure test with travel or chaos days. When life shakes the jar, marbles roll. We'll build non-negotiables you can keep anywhere. What's your bare minimum protocol? Travel rules: same sleep window, phone dock, walking target, protein first, water always, 1 indulgence not 5. Guardrails travel well. Which will you pack? Sick or low days, 2-minute version only. Journal 1 line, breathe 3 rounds. Shrink the habit, keep the identity. What tiny signal will you still send? Busy weeks. Schedule habits like meetings. If it's not on the calendar, it's fantasy. Which day will you defend with ink? Social pressure nights. Drive yourself, set a limit, hold a drink of water, choose the seat far from the snacks. Steering beats drifting. How will you steer? Now let's reinforce identity again. Every action is a vote. You don't need unanimous, you need majority. Will you cast another vote tonight? Create a visible totem, bracelet, ring, or keychain that means I don't X. Touch it when urges whisper. Physical anchors calm storms. What totem will you carry? Write a 1-sentence oath on a card. Read it morning and night. Repetition turns words into walls. Will you build this wall brick by brick? Find a role model 2 steps ahead, not 10. Their trail is fresh and followable. Send them a thank you message. Whose footsteps will you study? Teach one person your 7-day system. Teaching cements mastery like pouring concrete. Who will you mentor for accountability? Let's double back to friction with money. Cancel subscriptions that feed the habit. Move funds to savings jar. Set daily cash limit. Will your dollars now defend you? Time friction next. Set phone to auto sleep mode. Schedule do not disturb. Hide chargers after 9. Time is a gate you control. Which gate closes tonight? Energy friction. Eat protein and fiber early. Walk at lunch. Hydrate. Sunlight in morning. Strong energy weakens cravings. Which fuel will you add first? Emotional friction. Practice name it to tame it. Sad, bored, angry. Labeling cuts craving intensity like a dimmer. What emotion will you name next time? Let's check your 7-day scoreboard. How many clean days? Which day felt shaky? Patterns reveal the next move. What stands out in your data? If 1 time is a fluke and twice is a pattern, we act now. Edit the cue or add friction. Which lever will you pull first? Plateau of latent potential. Progress hides underground before it sprouts. Keep watering the seed even when the soil looks still. Will you trust the roots this week? Beware the almost excuse, just tonight. That thought is a velvet trap. Replace it with just today clean. Which sentence will you choose when the velvet appears? Your brain loves closure loops. End your day with a wins list and a clear tomorrow step. Closure kills wandering. What will your last check mark be? Now, a rapid toolbox recap so it sticks. We'll speed through the core weapons. Ready for a quick armory tour? Weapon 1. Make it invisible. Hide cues, redesign rooms, block apps. Out of sight, weaker fight. Which cue vanishes next? Weapon 2. Make it unattractive. Cost ledger, future movie, discuss labels, social proof. Rewrite the cravings glamour. What label still hits? Weapon 3. Make it difficult. Friction, locks, timers, passwords, physical distance. Harder starts mean fewer starts. What obstacle stands firm tonight? Weapon 4. Make it unsatisfying. Anti-rewards, stakes, public streaks, visible waste. Starve the dopamine, feed pride. Which lever will you pull now? Identity glue. I'm the kind of person who doesn't X. Repeat, prove, repeat. Identity paints the walls. Will you keep the paint fresh? 2-minute rule. Start tiny. Remove excuses. Build momentum. Momentum is a snowball rolling downhill after 1 push. What tiny start waits near you? Habit stack. Attach new to old. Teaspoon, not tablespoon. Stacks build skyscrapers one floor at a time. What floor are you adding today? Urge surfing. Ride. Don't wrestle. Waves pass if you don't dive under. Can you float for 90 seconds? Friction buddy. Text or call. Outsource discipline to friendship. Who spots you when the bar feels heavy? Scoreboard and review. Measure, tweak, repeat. Pilots adjust mid-flight, so can you. What will you adjust before landing the week? Let's craft your personal 7-day playbook now, step by step. We'll write it like a recipe. Ready to fill the blanks? Day 1 plan. Identify top trigger windows, photograph cues, rate rewards before and after. Write identity line, pick one habit to target. What time will you audit first? Day 2 plan. 5-minute environment sweep, move triggers out of reach, rearrange doorways, set app limits. What room gets the first makeover? Day 3 plan. Write the cost ledger, run future self movie, apply discuss labels, follow better models. Which cost shocked you onto action? Day 4 plan. Add friction, timers, locks, passwords, distance. Make the first step annoying. Which barrier will you build tonight? Day 5 plan. Replacement, 2-minute version, habit stack, sensation swap, urge surfing. Tiny, tangible, timed. Which replacement feels easiest to start? Day 6 plan. Unsatisfying. Anti-reward tax, money stakes, public streak, visible waste. Make surrender look silly. What tax will you charge the habit? Day 7 plan. Lock in, Sunday reset, kill switches, relapse plan, proof gallery, default list, seal, then sign. What seal feels strongest now? But here's the catch. The brain will test your fortress. It will send tiny scouts just a peek. You need a gatekeeper phrase. What will you say at the gate? Try this. I'll decide after the timer. Or I don't negotiate with urges. Short, calm, final. Which line will stand watch for you? Now a rapid-fire recap to lock memory. Short, sharp, sticky. Can you repeat these as we fly? Invisible, hide cues, redesign rooms. Unattractive, cost ledger, future movie. Difficult, friction, unsatisfying, taxes, stakes. Identity wins. Which pillar needs reinforcement? 2-minute start, habit stack, urge surf, friction buddy, streak board. 5 tools, 1 mission. Which 2 become your go-tos? Sunday reset, kill switches, relapse plan, proof gallery, defaults, systems over feelings. Which system saved you this week? Common traps, stress, boredom, loneliness, fatigue. Name them, plan them, beat them. Which one deserves a battle plan tonight? Remember, the goal isn't to be perfect, it's to be consistent. Trends beat moments. Will you choose trend over thrill? Your new identity speaks through actions. Every clean night is a brick. Every morning focus is mortar. Keep building the wall. What brick will you lay next? When you slip, zoom out. One blip doesn't define a map. Course correct, don't catastrophize. What's your immediate correction move? Protect the first hour and last hour. These are golden gates. Guard them, and the middle behaves. What rule secures your gates? Invest the saved time. Replace doom with skill. Read, code, stretch, build something small. Progress is the sweetest dopamine. What will you build with the extra hour? Celebrate clean streaks, not streaks of shame. You're not running from darkness. You're walking toward light. What light will you aim at tomorrow? Here's your final 7-day pledge. Design environment, reframe cravings, add friction, replace response, remove rewards, track and reset. Simple, not easy, but effective. Will you start right now? Imagine 1 month from now, lighter, steadier, clearer. The chain that once owned you now hangs on your wall as a trophy. Will you collect that trophy? You've got the map, tools, and proof. No guru, no magic, just systems that bend reality in your favor. Which tool will you pick up first today? If this helped, pass it on. Teaching locks learning, and someone needs your example. Who will you send this playbook to tonight? Thank you for watching. Keep your identity sharp, your system simple, and your guardrails strong. See you in the next video. What habit should we break next?